Yo, 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 Big Jaw Concrete Chronicle podcast. Listen, I got some very important information that I want to share with the brothers and sisters who've been recently released from incarceration. It's imperative, right, that you follow the instructions of this information that I'm gonna give out. You got 24 hours to react to this, right? So I'm gonna read some things. I'm gonna be looking away and I'm gonna be coming to it, right? So check this out. Um, and I know this is like for the people who are incarcerated and on their way out. And if you just got out within 24 hours, or maybe one of your folks that's following me or something like that can give you this information. So and if you got folks that's locked up, pass this information on, record it and from it on because it's imperative that they make these moves on their way out. So the most thing is this: go immediately to your nearest social security office and you ask to speak counselor so that you can apply for Social Security insurance, emergency supplemental benefits. You feel me? And that's a sum of $1,500. Explain that you are emotionally and mentally unprepared to hold and show them your parole or mandatory release papers in order to prove that you are just out of prison. Right? This is the first step. And we know this might not, this is the game. You feel me? It's free game. Soak it up. Note, you should receive this check within 72 hours. Okay. While at the office, fill out the necessary forms for the 310 monthly disability for every month you were incarcerated. So ask them for these forms. They're going to know exactly what you're talking about. Don't let them tell you they don't. Now, go to the nearest welfare department office and apply for general relief. Again, show them your parole or mandatory release papers as proof that you are just out of prison. Tell them you need financial assistance immediately. A clerk should be issued to you within 2 hours. Excuse me, a check should be issued to you within 2 hours. Excuse me, a check to you within 2 hours. Okay, it should be for approximately $150. Do not forget to get your food stamps. Now I know, you know what I mean. We be coming up out of these streets or whatever our life was, and we be thinking, listen, trust me, I've done this, man. We need right to be compensated for the time that we. Don't be ashamed to get that card. It's free money. You feed yourself, feed your family. All right. You should receive about $110 on that card. While you're there, be sure to obtain your medical card. This is very important. We need medical coverage out here, dental, medical, doctor, and all of that. So be sure to get your medical card for your health insurance. This card can be used at any doctor's or dental's office. Okay. So listen, if y'all got folks recently they had this right here had to been done immediately upon release. Okay. So this information you should pass on to your folks way. You know what I mean? So they can start this process and y'all can help them obtain the necessary papers that they're gonna need. Okay, as far as this what I just explained about the welfare department officer, do this within the next 10 of being in the streets. You feel me? Because a lot of got it's you got time bar situation. They say, "Oh, you ain't doing it in time." Like in court when you follow and or didn't come in on time, you time bar. You feel me? So a lot of this is time sensitive information that I'm giving. Okay. Now, go to the State Rehabilitation Center where you can apply for various federal funds and loans and grants. If you want to start a small business, make a list of the approximate cost of all the equipment you will need, tools, work clothes, etc. You feel me? And estimate for about how much operating cash you will need to start up the business until it begins to make a living for you. They may loan up to 50K, to 50K. Have your paperwork in order. You feel me? Have your business plan right. You feel me? That's what all of this thing. I mean, that's what it all boils down to: paperwork and the way you know way things is notated. Now, if you need to be bonded for your by private employer, you can obtain the bond from the U.S. District Court. Go to the probation or parole, and it should take no less than an hour to have them validate the forms for you. Most of them do that for you. Where I know they in the feds, they did it for me. They did it for us. Now, what I'm gonna explain to you, this is something called SSI, supplemental social income. Right? SSI can best be described as a form of welfare that is paid through the Social Security office. Okay, different from Social Security benefits, though. There is no need to qualify as for as for your past income. Is no need to qualify as for your past income is concerned. Right? They're not going to check on that. You feel me? You automatically qualify for SSI because you are a unemployed you are unemployed and considered to be disabled. Right now, don't take this like like a bad thing, right? Because ain't nobody can do it's not that's barbaric, right? To go away, spend years in institutions, that's barbaric. That's not normal, right? So don't take it as I ain't gonna do that because I'm crazy. Nah, get this money. You feel me? Get this bag. As you consider to be disabled, be sure that you understand the situation concerning your disability. You know what your disabilities is: PTSD, right? Been locked up long period of time in a barbaric situation, living in a bathroom with another man, guarding your life for however long you've been in jail. That's not normal. Federal legislation at this time documents recognition that you are an ex-offender to the fact that you have an emotional problem. You feel me? Basically, has declared that had you not had the emotional problem, you would have been able to conform to the rules of society, preventing your commission of the federal or state crime, regardless of whether or not you feel or accept the fact that you that as an ex-offender do in fact have this emotional problem. It is considered by both federal and state the administration commission, to be disability. According to the current policies, mental and emotional problem constitute 100% disability. See that? Being incarcerated made you 100% disabled, right? Hard as it is for us out here to get a job after incarceration, why would you not go apply for this free? That's where I'm at with it. And I'm giving you free game. And you will be considered to have this disability until you have become a productive member of the society. Who's determining that? Only the counselor, only a counselor, only somebody you're going to talk to can determine something like this. You feel me? The whole Purpose of supplemental social income or SSI is to help you as a recently released ex offender by relieving part of the economic pressure you be facing as you re-enter society and try to reestablish yourself as a productive member of your community. Again, free game, free bag. Go get it. After your release, you as a parolee or otherwise will qualify for assistance of up to $310 a month. Although you do qualify, you will only be able to receive your SSI benefits while you are still in prison waiting to be released. That's what I'm saying. So some of you people might have to help your folks get these forms filled out. You feel me? That's one thing a lot of us as prisoners lack. Not me per se, but a lot of men are left for dead up on that land. Got to get back in your family's lives, man. Especially now, it's very trying times in those institutions, man. Especially to becoming home reentry. I know a lot of people it's people down bad out here right now with this economical recession that we going through. So this right here relieve a lot of the tension of your family members asking you for something and you not being able to do it and them feeling some type of way about that, because unfortunately people be coming home after they done a lot for their family, be thinking that their family owe them something. But this right here will help relieve that tension right there. So help the people out. Okay, section. Although you do qualify, you will only be able to receive SSS while you are still and waiting to be released. You by law 30 hours after you are released to reach the nearest social security office and submit your application. If it is necessary that you take the required steps before your release a date and apply for the benefits, or you will lose the opportunity to take advantage of the SSI. So 90 days prior to your release, send your application to be processed. You should have a check waiting for you in the estimate amount of $930. Supplemental income is covered under United States Law 42 USC 1383 C 20 CFR 416.305. That's the law. 1. 90 days before release, write a letter to the Social Security office where you live. They a 5 questionnaire application. Fill it out as accurately as possible and then return it to the Social Security office near you. 2. When your application is processed, you will get a check for 3 months totaling $930 at $310 each. 3. You can also call the food stamps office hotline and get $80 worth of food stamps when you get to the Department of Social Security Services. When you get to the Department of Social Services. Also, you can apply for a full food stamp count grant. This will be the total of $160. 4. You are qualified because you are on SSI. The welfare department automatically send you $200 per month for financial assistance and utilities. SSI is the same in each state. It's the state is the same. Okay. A. Go to the vocational rehabilitation because you are on SSI. B. A convicted felon is a minority. You also qualify for certain benefits packages. The amount of these benefits is 1,900 to be used for a down payment on a car. The car must be needed to go back and forth to work. You need transportation. They owe it to you. C. Also, You receive a $300 check for clothing for the job and another $400 check for street clothing, and finally a $400 check for tools. These are grants, not loans, so they don't got to be paid back. Don't worry about that. You ain't got to get nothing back. This is all free. Free game. Soak it up. Let's go. 5. SBA has a program for ex-felons. You are qualified to receive a small business administration loan of up to 50 grand. This loan is only given in the case of business pursuits, and it would be called a shorter loan. Also, the S provides professional assistance to help you plan employment. You must bond it for this loan. Bond it. The federal W will bond you free if no other organization will, because you are an ex-felon. The loan must be repaid to the SBA. The annual percentage rates are for 2 reasons. One, you are an ex-felon, and two, business loans are less of a risk than conventional loans. Once you have your SSI, you can qualify of up to five 5 grand from any bank in any area. The loan is a grant. The loan is granted by the federal, and it must be repaid. This loan here. SSI one, $310 for 3 months. Two, $228 per month. Three, $160 per month. Vocational. One, $1,900 for auto expense. Two, $300 for work clothes. Three, $400 for clothes. Four, $400 for needed tools. A few dollars in your pocket, man. Get some things you need. Get yourself on your feet. Feel me? Federal grant or low interest loans toll free is 1-800-822-2470. I'm gonna elaborate some more on this on another video. This is just some free game. It's some awareness, man, for y'all to give y'all folks and for you brothers and sisters who was just recently released uh, within 10 days. Some of these things, and for the SSI, this thing needs to start at 90 days before you. So for y'all people that got y'all folks locked up, y'all follow me. Y'all know my program. Y'all know that I'm pro prison. I'm gonna give out this. Um, reach out to your people, man, and help them get the necessary forms that they need to fill out, man, to get this eye going, man. So they can come home and get that free bag. You know what I mean? Because they did the time. People owe it to us. With that said, I'm gonna click back in. I got a part 2 to this. Soak this up, get to your people, and I'm gonna check back in with y'all that way.